Welcome back, everybody. This is another walkthrough for MetaCTF 2021. This is Interception 3. I actually did not get this accomplished during the competition. I want to give a shout out to Bourbon. He was kind enough to share a write-up on it and explain where I went wrong. So I was looking at all the other, so this is what the network diagram looked like that they had presented. As you can see, we are no longer on a single subnet. So we're not looking at ARP spoofing at this one. It is network routing at layer 3. So we are trying to intercept the traffic that's going from 192.168.55.3 over here to 172.16.0.2 over here. As you can see, there's some routers in between, so that's going to break any ARP spoofing that we're trying to do. There was a hint that said, when you find it, you'll know you need it. And there's some credentials that are root and admin. I was thinking that it was going to be something where I would be looking at some devices outside my own network, and I completely did not enumerate my local network. So to start out, what I probably should have done is IP address show, just take a look. So you can see that we're on the subnet 192.168.0.0.24 again, and our default gateway is going to be 192.168.0.1. Again, we have Nmap and ARP ping installed. So I was totally on the wrong track here. But what we needed to do is we can do an Nmap scan against our default gateway. And you can see that Telnet is open, and this is the part that I missed. So once we get there, then it's okay, let's get in there. We put in our root and admin, we get logged in here. And so now we can do, okay, well, what we have, okay, here's all of our routes. And we can see that it is from a protocol Bird. I've never heard of this. Thankfully, Bourbon did some research, and it is a routing protocol. So it utilizes, we can go ahead and do like a bird -h. I was just trying to get some more information. You can see that it uses a default config file here. So we can kind of take a look here and just say, okay, well, what's in here? And we can come down here, and you can see that protocol OSPF is configured, import filter, so it's not accepting anything with a network length greater than 24. Overly specific routes are sus. So we're going to have a /24 associated for it to import into OSPF. And then here's all of our costs. So OSPF utilizes cost to determine the optimal route. So what we're going to want to do is come in here, and I just dropped this. So we're looking between sales and executive. We want to drop that super low. So I went ahead and I just dropped this to 1. And then I dropped the sales to IT to 2. So if the other router is looking at it, it's going to see that total cost as 3 instead of, I think it's like 7 or 8 for the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And the cool thing is we don't even need to worry about our attacking PC because we have Netcat. So what we can do is we can just break all the routing right here and just add a route here, an IP address. So we're just going to say 192.168, 2, and then we'll do /24, and we'll put it on our ENP0S0. So it's going to be on this interface that's going into our network. And we'll just add that, and then we should be able to, it's UDP. And there we go. So we went ahead and intercept that flag. one thing you can do with bird is you can do bird C. Come in here and do show OSPF topology. And it looks like our default, our metrics didn't even update, so we probably didn't even need to mess with that. If it had been closer and we weren't throwing it onto our router, or we had multiple routers in between, we probably would have need to. The other thing, so I was messing around with this, I just did a PS aux, and then you can see that bird D is running, so you can kill this 49 and then just do a bird D in the background, and it'll automatically start up, and it will, here, I'll just show. So let's kill 49. Nope. Wow, I really need to have some more caffeine. And then just background it, PS aux, see that it's running again. Now if we do bird C and go in and show OSPF topology, you'll see that our metrics are lower. So that should be distributed out. I'm not super familiar with bird. I'd assume that if we updated the config, it might not actually update because that config file is probably only read on startup. That was my assumption. That's why I went ahead and restarted it. But yeah, that's how you do that challenge. I hope that was informative.